Apparently this stream is just, or this video is just gonna be, I talk about low-budget horror movies. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Shining Force CD, and we are at the start of Chapter 2. When we last left, I mean, let's be honest, it has been like 3 weeks since I've touched this game. Had some stuff come up, but let's get into it. We just finished saving the Minium Bastion. Yes, I'm recapping the video because I also need this recapped. And we head to the island of Ascrete after we were picked up by our friend Claude, the Birdman, to come take the war to whoever it is we're fighting. I don't remember. It's not Runefaust. Ascrete Island was overrun. Cypress soldiers are ruthlessly hunted the resistance. Cypress are the bad guys. But with Claude's help, the Shining Force landed safely. Cypress forces surround the village. They're searching for our resistance base. We got some Skavens. Oh, it's a pretty big map. Keep your eyes open and your sword ready. If we don't find and kill him today, Bazoo will have our heads. Ooh, is Bazoo a boss? Who are they looking for? Must be someone important. Come on, let's make sure we find him first. Man, I hope there's not some secret hidden character that I'm gonna miss. So what do we have here? We have a Master Mage, or a Dark Mage, a Hell Soldier. Oh, a Hell Soldier, some artilleries. Do these bats know magic? A rat fly. A rat fly, you say. Dark Mages. Ratmen. What are you guys, Death Archers? They are Death Archers. We got some river system down here. Kinda silly that it exists unless... Okay, we can split up. We can go up. Or we can go down. I think... Do we just want to go up across the bridge? I mean, splitting our force up seems rather silly. Unless there's a secret character or something out there that's going to make us split our force up. Which, unfortunately, I'm going to fish for and believe that we have to split our force up. Level 6, level 7, we're just getting reacquainted. We also picked up Claude. You have a 21 attack. That's as strong as Nick. That's not nearly as strong as Roos. Oh, Roos is like uber strong. Also, I think we picked up a sword in our last battle, did we not? Hand axe, wooden staff. I swear someone picked up a sword. Yeah, a middle sword. Alright, we gotta give that sword to our boy Nick. We're gonna take these 4 here, head up this way, and we're gonna take these 4 here and head down and around. So welcome back to Shining Force. I have missed you. What have I been doing in the last little bit? So, like I said, one of the things I've been doing is just getting ready for Christmas and dealing with some life stuff. But also, I have been getting reacquainted, might be a better way to put it, with the films of Frank... Hidletter? I'm pronouncing his name very wrong. He is, and I am. He is a B-movie horror film director. I think he only directed like 5 or 6 films. They are hilarious B-movies. You have Basket Case 1, 2, and 3. That's right. They pushed the Basket Case franchise into 3 movies. Basket Case is this story of a boy and his Siamese twin that was cut off from his body and underdeveloped at about his teenage years, and he goes on a quest for revenge. We're just gonna move up here, nothing sexy, nothing exciting. Goes on a quest for revenge against the doctors who separated him. I don't know what it is. It's very much a 80s, 90s, and 70s movie thing, where bad movies made in that time period I tend to like them more. They tend to have more charm to them than, say, if the same movie was made in like 2021 or made now. And I think it's just, I've always theorized that it's just, if you wanted to make a movie in the 80s, it was like you had to put in more. I can't get. We're getting back to the game here. I can't get a how far does this guy move update. I can't. And this bridge is 0. We're not going to put Nick on the bridge. Roos, do we want? No, we're not going to put Roos around. We want to run across that bridge when we get to it. I think movies in the 80, it was harder to make a movie. The barrier for entry to like get a video camera set up and you let him cut the bridge off. The strategy is not with me today. It's just a lot harder to make a movie. You had these big bulky video cameras. There was more effort required to make a terrible movie. So, like I said, I watched the first Basket Case. And my wife was like, "Hey, I can't believe you're watching this without me." So I stopped, and I haven't watched Basket Case 2 or 3 yet. But in the meantime, I watched another one of Frank's films called Brain Damage, not to be confused with the other Brain Damage. I think the other one's Brain Damage is a Peter Jackson movie, with the lawnmower and the crazy zombies. And oh my god, if you haven't seen the movie I'm talking about, Brain Dead. It's Brain Dead. That is the movie I'm talking about. Watch that before watching any other film I'm going to mention here. The gore in that movie is next level. And there's a priest who's like, I fight.
I kick ass for the Lord.
It's a wonderful movie. But we're not talking about the films of early day Peter Jackson, which is crazy. He's gone on to direct Lord of the Rings and these big budget films when you look at his earlier discography. See, I moved him down here because I knew the Death Archer would come down. Let me get a path here. So we watched Brain Damage, which is about this parasite. Are you using an item? Oh my god. What is this next level AI actions going on? Brain Damage is about this parasite that attaches itself to a young man. We don't have level 2 spells yet. No, so we can't really... I don't want to push you out there, Wendy. Attaches itself to this young man, and the parasite hungers for brains. So he basically has a drug, or injects a drug into this young man that makes him feel a state of euphoria. And in order to be hooked on the feeling, he needs to go out and allow the parasite to hunt for brains. The concept is not great. What makes it absolutely amazing is the voice of the parasite. Like, it's this little puppet.
Hi.
And it just has this, like, I don't know what his voice is called or the style of the voice, but I think it's from, like, you got great defense, Nick. There's an old, I don't know, 70s, 60s, 50s cartoon. Maybe it's even religious, but this guy goes, "I don't know, Davey." And that's the voice this puppet has in the movie, and it's absolutely hysterical. It takes the movie from, like, you know, a perfectly fine 80s B horror movie. Nothing special, nothing great, and it elevates it to just this phenomenal piece of just wonder. It made me crack up and laugh, and it's to the point where it's like, okay, wife Becca, we are watching this movie together. just solely we can get to that scene. I mean, the rest of the movie is still hysterical and still holds up, but that moment in time when the voice first comes out is excellent. Why did I split these guys up? It's been a bad decision. And I think the last of his sort of like 80s horror movie trilogy. Good for you, Bruce. Which trilogy? He's got 5 movies. I'm probably missing one. That I am currently watching right now as I work and get ready for Christmas is Frankenhooker. Yep, that's right. This is the stuff I watch. If you're ever like, hey, who the heck is the audience for this type of tripe out there? It's me. It is perfect. There's just like I said, I don't know what it is that makes a bad movie in the 80s with bad acting so much better than a bad movie in the 2010s or whatever with bad acting. Because look, I've watched a lot of those. I think it's almost like intention plays a lot in it too. And like I am sure these guys, when Frank H, as we'll call him, I am sure he intended to make his films funny and terrible. I mean, he did some documentaries later in his career that I won't watch because I'm not gonna be into that, but like about exploitation theater and just those types of movies. So schlock, that's the word, about schlock. So he's obviously aware of what he did, but it's just there's something about it. There we go. Wendy has finally unlocked Blaze level 2. It's great that you unlocked it after we had like a 3 unit pileup. You know how often we get 3 unit pileups? We don't often. Claude, here's what's gonna happen. Claude's gonna be a perfectly adequate unit. Nothing great, nothing special. And I'm going to be disappointed in him because everyone has talked him up. Alright, let's get some people here, some levels. If the Death Archer dies, he dies. Oh. For a man who started so bad, Roos, you are just a killer now. Alright, Shade, can we get you up here? No. Sig, no. Apis, you're stuck in the mountains. What a fall from grace you've had. What kind of commander sends a horseman through the mountains when we're all aware that centaurs do not do well in the mountains? And I'm just like, hey, run through the mountains. Craig, give me something special here. Muddle. Alright. In fairness to Muddle, Muddle can be an okay spell. It's just... Cray is... What are you coming at me with? Okay, heal and Muddle. I thought you also had Detox, too. So, having Muddle as one of your spell slots, that's okay. That's acceptable. I was wondering if you were gonna have Muddle, Heal, and Detox, and that is not acceptable. Alright, who needs a heal? Nick? Let's get you a heal, Nick. Get you back up into fighting shape. It's, like I said, it's been a while since we recorded. I've also updated my... Apparently this stream is just... Or this video is just gonna be... I talk about... low-level... Not even low-level. Low-budget... horror movies. Not even low-budget, but... I also watched for the first time... You're gonna go over here, Bruce. I don't want you stealing XP. Also watched Return of the Living Dead Part... Well, I mean, I watched Part 1, but I've watched that many a time before. But I also watched Return of the Living Dead Part 2, which I've heard be criticized because it's a lot more, maybe PG-13. It's a lot more kid-friendly than the Return of the Living Dead Part 1. But I thought it was like perfectly adequate on the level with on a level with The Gate. The Gate is a gem, a guilty pleasure movie of mine. Oh my god, I did not anticipate to talk about all this. It's just like a 80s kid-friendly horror movie. There's not a lot of gore, but Return of the Living Dead Part 2 is kind of on that level, which I can see why it's disappointing. And then I also watched Return of the Living Dead Part 3 a few days ago, and it's better than Part 2, because it actually tries to do something with its concept and its story. I'm not going to get into it too much. Can't spoil every movie that's ever existed. Alright, that bat did 4 damage. That bat's pretty strong. Maybe you can come out here, Roos. Alright, Shade, welcome to the party. Thanks for joining us. Let's see if you can get a level. No levels for Shade. But yeah, Part 3 is interesting in that it's, there's a lot more going on in the story. It's got some heart into it. It's got some interesting developments to it. So, you know, props for it. Props to Part 3 for trying to do something interesting. And I mean, that's one of the things that's different between one of the things that always bugs me is I am a stickler for zombies have to act in a certain way. They have to be slow. I don't want to see any fast zombies. Fast zombies, I will instantly turn the movie off, get out of here, fast zombies. And the Return of the Living Dead zombies technically break every rule I have with zombies. They're the traditional zombies from the Of the Living Dead series, like Dawn of the Dead, Night of the Dead, blah 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 of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Diary of the Dead. They're slow zombies. They don't talk. The Return of the Living Dead zombies are the zombies that go brains and use tools and occasionally talk. And usually that would bug me, and it has bugged me a little bit. But I think what gets the Of the Living Dead series, the Return of the Living Dead series a little bit of flack is that I think the guy who wrote that series has a creator right or something on the original George A. Romano movies, so he gets a little slack for doing things differently. We're not gonna split up, we're just gonna go up like this. Get up in the mountains. So he gets a little... Oh, you, how dare you run away from me. He gets a little slack, or a little, he gets off the hook of my dumb criticisms, my, hey, you made a movie, and I've never made a movie, but I'm still gonna criticize you and act like I know better than you when I don't. I do this with music, too. It's like, even the worst movie, and the worst music... I'm much more of a music snob than I am a movie snob, but even the worst versions of that, somebody has, taken the time to create that, to put their heart into it, to put their energy in it, to go, I made this. And I've tried to record one song in my life, didn't finish it. I'm a crappy musician. I've tried to make a movie in my life, but again, haven't finished one, haven't made one, and trust me, if I made something, it would be terrible. But, you gotta give people credit for getting out there and creating something, regardless of how bad or how good it... Heck, this is kind of my... This is my feeling with my YouTube channel, is just there are levels to things, and as I've gone along, I'm gonna toot my own horn here a little. As I've gone along, the quality that I produce, nice, Apis. You're out here. Look at this. Apis is like, don't forget about me. I was your MVP. I was your boy. And you're out here forgetting about me. We gotta start doing some thinking though. Because we got 3 people here before this battle's over. We gotta name an MVP. And I don't think anyone on the team has really stood out as all that special this battle. This could be the battle. You know what? This is up in the air. We're gonna see who comes out on top here. This could be the battle where Nick claims superiority and finally gets his first MVP. This could be a battle where Claude takes it. I think right now we are between Claude and Nick with a rough chance of one of the Master Monks taking it. But I think right now, as we inch ever closer to engaging the final enemies here on this battle, that it is going to be a contest between Claude and Nick for MVP. Because not only has Nick made some kills, oh my god, look at this. Noob! Look at me. I am a Shining Force noob, lining my forces up like that to get crushed. Shade has a lot of HP for an archer. And you know what? I think at this point we might have just... Oh, everyone's coming. Let's see. Because Nick has been taking hits like a champ. Look, that's an underrated aspect of what goes into an MVP candidate. It's not just offense, it's your defense. Defense matters. Sure, go out there, score all these points. That matters. That's great. But if you're out there scoring all these points, but you're letting the other team, you're letting the enemy do massive amounts of damage to you, that hurts your team. That hurts the force. And Nick hasn't even got his middle sword yet. Hasn't even got his middle sword from Apis and is out here showing us how it's done. This, remember, Dark Mages only have enough MP for 1 blaze. Oh, good. Good job, Roos. You blocked that. Because Roos is in danger here. As much as we may not want to admit it, Roos is in a bit of danger here if he gets blazed and taken out. Because he could get blazed and then he could get hit by the Hell Knight? Is that a Hell Knight? Look, again! Insert the Piccolo dodge. Dodge! What a machine you are. Alright, Cray, come up here, heal yourself. There was an outside chance one of these monks could have got the MVP, but they've lost it. It's over for them. Claude, let's see what your defense is like here. 6 points of damage, but that's the new enemy. Whoa! Holy crap! Did you see that? It could attack both close and at range. What kind of weapon do you have? I'm intrigued, Brassloader. You don't have a weapon. That's cool. I don't know why that's cool, but that is cool. Alright, Claude. I think you might be stealing the MVP from Nick. That's 2 levels you've gained this battle. Oh, you didn't gain 2 levels. Nick, ball's in your court, bud. It's gonna depend. Can we do a full-on out trade with Apis? Oh, you just lost the MVP with your terrible decision making. We thought that it was possible. It was possible. I thought it was possible. I thought it was possible. You were gonna get equipped. You didn't get your level. Claude's gonna come in. He's gonna kill some more guys. You're just gonna sit here. You're gonna get your kills, maybe even stolen by Apis. Would have got stolen by Wendy, but bad battlefield tactics manager by this noob Shining Force player 101. Really want to give Nick an MVP here. But I need the cards to fall into place. Well, if Claude dies, that's something that'll fall into place. So I think we're gonna put it this way. If Claude kills the Hell Knight, he's MVP. Ooh. If Claude kills the Hell Knight, he's MVP. And it's very simple. It's very simple. We're gonna put it that way. If Claude gets one more kill, he's the MVP. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Look at this jerk. He's gonna come down here and steal your kill. Oh, he is. Claude's just rubbing it in your face, Nick. Nick, you thought you could compete with me? I'm Claude, the MVP. Most valuable bird person. Oh, and he stole it right from Nick's grasp. And all Nick can do is sadly look at that Hell Knight as Shade puts him down. I'm sorry, Nick, to report. We're gonna do it. Our MVP is Claude. Maybe someday. Maybe someday for you, Nick. Good job, Claude. Welcome to the Force. Hey, it sounds like they're fighting. Let's go in. Yay! Oh, okay. Well, folks, thanks for joining me on this Shining Force B-movie horror game conversation we just went down. Hopefully, life will calm down a bit and we'll get some more recordings out. We'll get deeper into this stuff. We'll see though, because Christmas vacation means I don't sit at my computer that much. I've also been working on the Shining Force 3 videos. I've just also had a nice case of writer's block too, boys and girls. And I'll see you next time. Hey, it's me, the guy who played the game. Thanks for watching and making it to the end. I don't like to beg for likes and subscribes, but they do make me feel nicer. So, make me feel nice. Or don't. There. Contractual YouTube obligations fulfilled.